Basement Bros. What are we going to do?
Hi, everybody,
We're back, finally.
for an episode of our podcast. As you can see,
Who are we?
we are wearing Star Wars t-shirts.
There might be a reason for that.
Who are we, though? The Basement Brothers.
Are we?
The Basement Brothers have returned. It is the Revenge of the Basement Bros.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Brothers.
Revenge
You know,
of the
that's kind of
Brothers.
weird because next episode will probably be Return of the Basement Bros. Because we'll
Yes, we'll be back. Yes.
Are we talking about
But
the
this
Revenge?
episode we're talking about. So we're going to be ranking the Star Wars movies by trilogy, not all together.
Yes.
So we're going to look at each trilogy and rank the movies within it, not all the movies against each other.
Yes. Next one will probably be all the movies against each other.
No. So this episode will be the prequels.
Okay.
We'll talk about we'll do it in chronological order.
Oh, okay.
And then
so
next
we'll only
episode
do
will be the
three.
sequels.
Okay,
Or not
okay.
the original trilogy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the sequels. So I got like a little 3-part special.
Yeah.
Almost like Fast X.
because we're so late on Star Wars Day.
We are. I did not realize that the last episode, the most recent one that dropped, was going to be on Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
Right?
that's-
We
yeah.
totally
Ah.
That's what this was all
But
about.
it's still May. This is the May.
gonna be May.
It's going to be May.
It is
It's
May.
about to be June.
Well, you'll probably listen to this, and it will be June. Probably what? June
most
2nd.
definitely.
Well, if my
Tuesday is
calendar
June
is right,
1st.
Oh, right here, boom.
it'll be June.
That's May.
Next month.
It'll be June.
There you go. June
1st.
June 1st.
June 1st.
Wow. So you'll totally miss it. Thursday, 5 a.m. Every Thursday, every 5 a.m.
Most Thursdays, most 5 a.m.s.
Yeah.
Because the past 3 Thursdays, has this been our longest break?
I think so. We needed it. End of school. You know, now we're here for summer. Should we
back.
consider this a new season?
No. We have to end the season before we can start a new season.
I mean, we could just start a new season.
This is like the mid-season break.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then
You know
we'll
what I
go.
mean?
Okay. I see what we're talking about.
So last episode was the mid-season finale, even though it wasn't billed as that at
Yeah,
all. We
sorry.
had no idea. Yeah, so this will be the soft reboot of season 2.
Okay,
Yes.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
So
Well, we're
without
Further. Like I said,
Without
yeah, we're
further
gonna
ado.
start. Yeah. Oh, this is Hayden. Yeah.
Oh, this is Tanner. Yeah.
Oh, and this is Chris B. Howdy, howdy. Let's get rowdy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been waiting to hear that.
Oh, we live
Anyway.
right now?
Yeah, no, we've been live,
Oh, sorry.
But not live.
but not live. So, Chris, before we get any further
Before
into
we
this,
get any further, this is the Basement Brothers word of the week.
Urban
Amish.
Dictionary.
Yeah, Urban Dictionary. Amish oil change. When a woman performs fellatio on a horse and spits that come out. That bitch gave the horse an Amish oil change, nearly choked before she could spit his baby batter out.
Moment of silence for that one. That's probably the worst one yet.
That was what I was going for.
Okay.
It's either that or an alligator fuckhouse. That'll be next
An
week.
alligator fuck. Oh, God. Okay. So, what would we say? Hayden's speechless.
I can't odd.
What would we... How should we do this? Should we give our individual rankings and then we could just talk about each movie?
We should all be in agreement.
Out of the prequels,
What
episode 3 is the best.
episode 3 is the best.
Yes, that's what I was going
I
to say.
think we should start with like
all our should all be in agreement.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is the best.
Easy.
All right. What was
Number
second
2?
place? What would you say?
Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace. You put Phantom Menace.
I
as
put
number
Phantom
2?
Menace second place.
Phantom Menace, Darth Maul, they get Anakin, like they're on Naboo, they go to the temple. Episode 2.
The pod races.
Oh yeah, pod races are in that first episode.
Okay.
And then what
I've
happened?
never
in the
been
next...
a fan of the pod race.
I agree.
Every time I get to it, I'm like,
I feel like
What?
it's a lot
Let's
of
get through
Such
this.
a heated race.
it's a lot of time spent on a race in a story about
yeah,
Star Wars.
well, it's to show because
let's wait till we get to it.
You
Okay,
have to
so-
think about the backstory.
And then tell me about episode 2. What happened in episode
So, do y'all
2?
think 2 is the
Of the
relative
three,
worst?
not the worst. I'm not saying any of them are bad.
Yeah.
Just of those 3, I would put 2 at my least.
Which one?
I would put 1 at my least.
What happened in episode 2?
It was a
The
clone-
Attack of the Clones.
The Attack of the Clones. You had the attack on Geonosis. You had
Okay.
all the Jedi.
Padme's the attempt,
She's
assassination
going
attempt
rogue,
on
yeah.
her.
Yeah, you had all the bounty hunters.
You had Obi-Wan going to Camino looking
Yeah.
for Jango Fett.
I can agree with Tanner.
I like them more as they go. Again, the Phantom Menace is great, but I think Attack of the Clones is better.
I like Darth Vader, or not. I'm sorry. I
Maul?
like Darth Maul as a
Maul makes
more
that whole
than
movie.
Dooku. Dooku is just
So mine would
Dooku is
be
just trash to me.
3. 3 would be the best, then episode 1, then episode 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be
same.
3, 2, 1. Oh, we're okay. We're talking about splitting hairs here.
Yeah, we
I
are,
feel
we
like
are.
2 takes ahead for me because while it's not my favorite Star Wars movie, that being 3, spoiler alert,
Yes.
it's the most nostalgic for me.
That makes sense.
Like that one's just pure nostalgia. I remember when that movie came out on VHS. I don't know when it came out, but I had to be a good boy.
2002.
It was
2003.
2002, but I don't remember what grade I was in. I was in like first or second grade, but anyway,
Yeah.
I had to be a good boy because my grandma bought the movie, had it
On VHS?
on VHS, had it in shrink, and had it sitting on the counter, and I couldn't touch it, couldn't play it, couldn't watch it until the next report card came, and I had like
A's
all
and
or
B's.
mostly A's.
Yeah.
So I was working my freaking butt off.
just to get that.
Yes, and I did, and it was great. But I don't know that one. Episode 2, I had to work for, so maybe
That
That's
makes
what
sense.
it is. You can't downplay it after you work so hard. For
I worked
it.
so hard for it. So let's talk. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the Phantom Menace.
What?
I'm gonna let
Yeah.
Chris take the helm on this one.
Okay,
I know he
so
loves it.
Phantom
you go,
Menace.
Chris.
Starts off already good meme material.
Young
There's always
boy.
a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
Agreed.
Yes, the great meme. You get beautiful Liam Neeson and a young Obi-Wan. Ian McGregor.
Which great casting, by the way.
I was gotta say,
You
Liam
know,
Neeson
like,
is
Liam Neeson as a Jedi.
He is a godlike man.
and it's a shame that he was only in one movie.
I know
Yeah.
they
Come
blew him
on.
off too. At
Yeah.
least kill him off, but that would fuck up the
the
story.
whole
No,
Because-
he had to die, but I just want more of him.
Because if he could have trained Anakin, things would have turned out so much different.
I would love a different timeline set. Anyway,
Yeah, we've talked about that, like a Star Wars what if.
yeah.
They're starting to do it.
The world
I've
between
been
worlds.
reading a lot of them, but yeah. So starts off good. You get Jar Jar. Spoiler alert: Darth
He's a-
Jar Jar.
yeah.
Darth Jar Jar.
He's a Sith Lord.
I saw
Jar
a meme,
Jar is the key to all of this.
and it's like Jar Jar in the movies, and it's just like him looking goofy, and then it's like Jar Jar in the memes, and it's got him in like a Sith hood,
robe,
and there's
yes.
like red eyes and
Yes.
horns and shit. Like I love
Yeah,
it. It's
he's a
great.
Sith Lord.
The prequels are meme material.
Oh yeah, the prequels are straight meme material. But yeah, so you start off there.
They gotta get the queen off Naboo.
You have to
Yeah.
get and that's the one problem I have with the Phantom Menace, is you have Queen Padme, the decoy, and then you have and then your assistant is still Padme.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
didn't make sense to me as a kid.
They're
at
like,
any
yeah, we have
point.
to disguise you, and you are one of the mistresses. and your name is also Padme. Oh, whoa!
Oh, weird.
What a small world.
What a coincidence.
Kind of like Obi-Wan. Hiding out is Ben Kenobi.
Yeah. Old Ben Kenobi.
Old Ben is like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, you could have done way better.
Of course I know him.
Look,
He's me.
it should be no mystery, or not a surprise, but like Star Wars are my favorite movies of all time. But there are some things in there where it just makes me
flaws.
shake my head.
Yeah. But no, okay, so I'm just gonna go straight to the pod race. So the thing about the pod race, because you
we
really
skipped so much material.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine. People know these movies.
Yeah,
Man, I
you
can't
should-
believe Anakin was a slave. Anyway.
Yes, yeah, he was a slave.
Slavery
But he's
still.
also a 10-year-old white boy on this planet full of aliens. Humans can't drive. They can't be in pod races because they can't drive. They don't have the ability to.
We're too cognitively slow
Yes, there's a lot of things that you have to do to
We
be
are the
able
lowest
to.
life form in the future.
in the galaxy.
Yes,
Yeah.
precisely.
And they cloned the lowest life form. Millions of them. To
Yes, but
fund
it
a
was
war.
the high. It was the pinnacle of the lowest life form that they cloned.
True.
Right.
For a warrior. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why the pod race is so, because he wins the pod race and he's 10
Yeah.
and he's just a little.
Bro, that could have been its own
Human.
movie, like a whole
whole pod
Rocky,
race?
like
Yes,
like a
just
Rocky,
the-
but
yes.
it's Anakin.
Yes.
pod racing,
Winning the pod.
the underdog.
Yes, the underdog.
Yeah, Adrian Shmee,
Shmee Schmegwanger.
They could have made those 3 movies into 4 movies in each of the settings.
No, for sure. The Clone Wars itself
Could have
should have
been
been its
2
own.
parts.
Well-
Should have been like, bro. The prequels could have been like
Hey.
5 or 6 movies.
Hey, is it not?
Hey.
Is it not Attack of the Clones?
Yeah,
You're talking about the Clone Wars.
I'm talking about. No, what I'm saying is like
Because I was thinking about the cartoon.
there
Because
could
the
have been
cartoon.
2 movies
No,
in
the whole
between.
movie.
2 or 3 movies in between episode 2 and 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Well, you missed.
So much content.
How much did you miss? Probably 4
There's
years.
5
4 or 5
years.
years between those
Right.
movies.
And then, 1 and 2 is 6 or 7 years?
No, 1 and 2 is 10 years apart.
Is it straight up 10 years?
Yeah.
And then 2 and 3 is probably 5 years.
So 3 is the best. I mean, not 3. 1 is the best in your eyes
Not the best.
because of the pod races.
No. No, it's
it-
I like it over Attack of the Clones because of Darth Maul.
Is
Darth
it
Maul
the
is
best
my favorite.
because
so they
you
killed
like
off,
NASCAR?
I'm actually not that big of a fan of NASCAR, but that's for
you sure,
political
Chris?
reasons. There,
Chris doesn't like gas.
He's against petrol.
raise
Anyway.
hell, praise Dale. But
Praise hell. Praise Dale.
yee.
Anyway.
But so in the Phantom Menace, I feel like they killed off Liam Neeson, Qui-Gon Jinn way too early, and they also killed off Darth Maul technically way too early.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I
'Cause-
love that the Clone Wars
Brought him back.
brought him back
Yeah.
and went into that detail about it. And then also the Han Solo movie.
Low key, dude. I fucking love the Han Solo movie.
You know
We
what-
can have an episode where we just talk about like the outside stuff of the
Still
movie.
haven't
yeah,
seen
we
that
could
movie.
we could also talk about Solo.
Rogue One
Rogue
and then all the
One.
miniseries.
Yeah.
all the
Rogue
series.
One is
Yeah,
the
Rogue
best spin-off movie.
Rogue One
Rogue
was
One.
tits.
Rogue One. So in my brain, it is hard to view Disney's output as canon. Like
Agreed.
in
Right.
Tanner brain, it's like this is all glorified fan fiction. Well, I still like it.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
It's still not.
It's hard to integrate into what
Is Star Wars.
is Star Wars to me because I didn't grow up with it. But
still
that's
is.
a me thing,
Yeah.
not
It's
I-
not.
I agree.
But Rogue One made it. It's like no, that
That's
and Episode
definitely-
4
yeah.
are the same.
They
movie.
It's a beautiful transition.
Oh, majestic. But we're not here. To
Like
talk
if
about
I'm gonna show all 7 movies to Georgia, those are,
that. 7.
You're gonna throw Rogue One if he's
well, I'm not gonna throw
if he's
in
talking from Phantom Menace to
episode 6.
To Episode 6.
Yeah.
yes,
Oh,
episode 6. There's gonna be 7 of them
Yeah.
because Rogue One is going in the middle.
That's fair. We're talking about Attack of the Clones a little bit.
Well, and
Or
I was
you-
gonna.
okay, you
I
didn't
had one
finish.
more thing about Phantom Menace. There's that little clip when Anakin is staring into the sun right before he's leaving, and there's a shadow, and it's Darth Vader. That little tidbit in there.
I think you're getting that mixed up with Episode 2.
No, because it's little Annie, and he's
You'll-
on
Well, there is a
Tatooine.
poster with little Annie on
Yeah.
Tatooine where it shows Darth Vader and his shadow.
It's
But
not in
it-
the movie.
I don't think
in
it's-
the
no,
poster.
it's in the movie.
Well, in episode 2, when him and Padme, after, spoiler alert, Anakin's mom's funeral, it shows them talking to each other, but only shows their silhouettes, and his silhouette straight up looks like Vader in that shot.
Probably.
I don't remember it in the Phantom Menace.
Oh, it was definitely in the Phantom Menace.
but okay.
All right.
Well, we'll just have to go watch it.
Yeah, we'll have
We'll
to
just
watch
have
it.
to watch it.
We'll just have to go watch
we're
it
gonna
after
put it
this.
right here.
We're gonna put the whole movie right here,
Right in this section here is a perfect spot.
right here,
Mhm.
right there.
Yeah.
Yes. So is that all we got on the Phantom Menace?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
and-
great. It's
and,
good.
And they went underwater. That could have been cooler.
There's always a bigger fish.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I could
I could have gone with a
I could
cooler
definitely
underwater
see more
scene.
of like inner planet Tatooine or
Mhm.
Naboo.
Naboo, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
Cool.
could have been. I mean, that could have been a whole movie by itself. Like that.
See, here's yours that you were talking about.
Yeah. And
Here's the one I was talking about.
that's in a poster. That's not
Yeah.
in the movie.
No, that's definitely in the movie.
We're gonna have
That's
to talk
not
about
in
this later.
episode
It
one.
is not in the movie.
Okay.
And this is right before he almost gets run over by Darth Maul.
no, it's not.
Chris, that's not in the movie.
I also love the fact
That is not in the movie.
I also love the fact that Darth Maul didn't know who Anakin was
He knew.
in the first episode. He's just fucking cruising like, I'm gonna run this fucking kid over, and Qui-Gon, drop Annie.
Yeah, he had no idea.
Had no idea who
The
that kid was.
significance
He
of that kid. And he's just like, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna run this
run
little
his ass
bastard
over.
over.
Could you imagine if he actually hit him? That would have been the end of the movie
Credits.
series. Yes,
Credits.
roll credits.
No more movies. Star Wars is over.
They missed
So-
a great opportunity.
Darth Maul could have stopped
could've-
the Empire right
Yes.
there.
right there, yes.
But he
Or
didn't.
Spoiler:
Qui-Gon Jinn not buying people. I mean, come on. Slavery's
Qui-Gon Jinn
illegal.
not participating in the slave trade.
This
Yes.
sounds like slavery with extra steps.
I
Qui-Gon.
know. He's like, I'm gonna set this kid free if
He's like-
he wins.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a betting man. I'm gonna bet on this kid, and
And I love how
How
he totally
fucked up, right?
gypped Watto. Where
Oh,
they're rolling
totally.
the dice, and he's just like, eh.
Hold
on.
There
It's,
it is.
it's Georgia. On to episode 2.
Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones.
Padme
Episode could have
almost
been
gets
way
blown
better.
up.
Yes.
It could have been better. Like, but
I don't like, and they're just so awkward.
yeah.
Yes.
The awkwardness between them two, and everyone talked shit about Hayden Christensen's acting, but it's not even his acting. It's
No.
almost like Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson in Twilight. That's just how they wanted them to
It's just
act.
cringe.
They're just that good of actors that you think they're that cringe.
They are, yeah. Yeah. Well, I love the whole. I like the idea of them, like, getting together when they're supposed to be just, like, off and hiding, protecting each other. Like, I like the
Right.
setup. Like, it's a good
No,
setup.
100%.
It's just, like, the execution of it was just kind of a little off.
agree.
It's just,
And I love the whole
I
thing
hate
with.
sand.
I
so
hate
coarse.
sand.
Come on.
Well, I mean, think about
It
it.
gets everywhere.
Anakin has been in training under Obi-Wan for 10 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
How much
He's
game do you think he
no.
has
That's
had
what
in
I was
that
gonna say.
time?
He is
None.
literally
That
the-
you're watching in real time the first time him flirting.
right.
Yeah,
No, that's
exactly.
what I was gonna say. This is a homeschooled child that has been put in 10th grade.
Yeah.
So we got Anakin and Padme's little subplot.
They're
Great.
off on their.
Love the little detective Obi-Wan subplot.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That if that was more elaborate too, I mean that could have been a.
What do you mean
Equal-
more elaborate? That was
I feel like they could.
That was the best part of the movie
yeah. It really.
until he gets caught.
Yeah.
I love the. Well, they're supposed to be. If it's not in the files, it does not exist.
exist. Yeah, it shows the
Um,
Jedi just being assholes.
And then he has Yoda. He's like, could someone have taken it? He's like, I don't know. Could they have?
could they have?
Like,
Yes.
fucking, just tell me!
Tell me, Yoda.
Quit being a little bastard. And then he finds his fucking little fry cook guy, and he's like, oh yeah, that's
Dex?
Kamino. Yeah, Dex. He's like, that's fucking. I was trying
He's
to.
like, yeah, that's a Camino dart.
I was trying to underplay him.
Oh.
He's like, it's fucking fry cook. He
Yeah.
goes and finds his SpongeBob four-armed buddy, and he's like, that's Camino dart, dumbass.
That's
Over here in this sector, and he's like, oh, I looked it up, and that doesn't exist. He's like, why don't you just go there?
yeah.
Yeah, take a
So
flight-
he does,
take a
and
flight
guess what?
out
It's
there.
there.
It's
And bro, I know y'all haven't seen the, or maybe you have, but the Bad Batch.
Yes. yes.
Okay, yeah, the end of season 1 where it shows the Empire blasting Camino, like
Yes.
the whole where Obi-Wan goes,
Yeah.
that city. I can't remember what it's called, but
Camino City.
No,
Camino City,
the city in the sky.
where they do all the cloning.
Yes.
and it shows the Empire like blowing it all
Blowing
up.
it all
Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, got a little emotional watching that.
Right. And then another thing about Attack of the Clones, the scene when he goes to Camino, they talk about like what was the Jedi?
Sifo Dyas.
Yeah, Sifo Dyas. But they had mentioned Sidious.
Did they?
Yes, and that was the thing, was Obi-Wan didn't know that Dooku was going by the name of Darth Sidious.
Darth Tyrannus.
Tyrannus.
Tyrann. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, they talked about Tyrannus.
I don't know why I'm saying
Yeah.
Sidious. Yeah, Tyrannus. Yeah, they mentioned Tyrannus, and it didn't click with him because he didn't know, because they all know him as Count Dooku.
Yeah. Then we get to the. They all get captured.
Yeah.
Do you think? No, well, no, we won't get into that. But
I know,
they all
we-
get captured. Obi-Wan gets interrogated.
So Obi-Wan gets captured, and then he sends out a distress call, and then Padme's like, "Oh,
gotta go get him."
We gotta go get him." He's like, "Well," he's like, "We can't. We have to stay here." She's like, "No, you have to stay with the princess, and I'm the princess,
Wait.
and I'm gonna go save Obi-Wan."
We just glazed over the whole part. The whole scene where Padme and Anakin are in that like
In the
romantically lit room. No, not the
No.
field.
Oh,
when they're in
the
the room
apple?
with the fireplace, and there's the raging fire going. She's all done up in like
Oh,
freaking 50 Shades of Grey leather, and she's
Yes.
like, "We can't be together. I am a senator, and you're a Jedi." And he's like, "You're torturing me." He's like, "We can't be together." Have y'all seen the Robot Chicken bit?
yes.
Where she-
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
She
about.
gets on like a stripper pole and she's like, "Oh, Annie, we can't be together." And then like dumps the whole thing of water on her.
yes.
Yeah, that is straight up how that scene plays out. It's so cringe, and it's so like backhanded.
As we've discussed, the whole movie's
love it.
cringe.
I love it. Yeah, Anakin's
That's
like,
the problem I have.
"You're in my soul, torturing me," and she's like, "We can't be together." And then they make out, and then they're together. So yeah, freaking women in the mixed
Should have
signals.
saw it coming.
Should have saw it coming.
And then so then they get captured.
Yeah, of course.
He loses his lightsaber.
Ugh, the dumb
On the-
lightsaber.
Not again. Obi-Wan's
again.
gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Not again. So, and then they get right before they get taken out onto the field. They get a little kissy kiss in there.
Yeah, they get a little kiss and they profess their love for each other.
Yes.
Of course, because they're supposed to die.
Yeah.
Which that was a pretty cool scene with the whatever animals those are.
Well, you got
bugs.
the
Reek, the shit. What are those called? I know they're from Felicia. The one Obi-Wan fights.
Yeah,
the big
that looks like a
plant
giant
eater.
The
plant eater looking
Yeah.
praying
Praying
mantis
mantis.
looking
Yeah.
thing. And then the little tiger fucking wolf.
that he
cheetah
rides in the
thing.
canyons. Not the canyons.
The
No,
pillars?
Padme.
Yeah, Padme.
Padme takes that one out.
Padme takes it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was thinking of a
And
different
then
animal.
Anakin gets the big rhinoceros on
The
steroids.
reek.
The
The
reek.
yeah, which I have an action figure of that I hid amongst Carrie's plants.
If she didn't notice.
She didn't notice for months.
That's funny.
Loved it.
So episode 2's a mid. You know,
It's alright.
I can go
Fuck
without
yeah.
watching it.
Love it.
I'm not.
It's
hating it.
it's
good.
nostalgia. Like objectively, I realize its shortcomings,
the
but
one-
it's just straight nostalgia for me.
You also get Samuel L. Jackson cutting off Django's head
And arm,
and arm.
like a freaking badass too, because he's just like
Wow! Wow!
bunt.
Yeah. And he's like, "This is our greatest warrior. I'm just going to let you go at him." And he just, and
Yeah.
he's like,
And little Boba Fett is just sitting there like watching his dad get
Yes!
dismembered. He's like, oh god.
"Papa!"
And it's like, what the fuck are we gonna do with this kid now?
And then he picks up his helmet, and Django's head somehow doesn't fall
Fall
out. Of the
out. I know.
Yes, it probably already fell out, or maybe there's like a
It's just-
suction thing on his
it's just a
head.
tight-
Well, it's
because
also
he's bald.
it's also a PG movie. So
Yeah, you don't want him to just be like, "Papa," and then just
Hey, at least he's got hundreds of thousands of dads all across.
True. True.
No, those are all
No,
his
wait, no.
brothers.
Those will be his brothers. Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe that feeds into
Boba himself is an unaltered clone.
Oh, okay,
He wanted him, but he didn't want him to get the serum to
that makes
jump
sense.
his growth.
Okay,
Yes.
He wanted him to raise him as his own.
maybe that feeds into his daddy issues.
Boba Fett having daddy issues.
Yeah. Well, think about
Well-
why he wants to take over a whole
And the-
planet.
yeah, Chris has got the Boba Fett.
You think this guy has daddy issues?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's got
I
mommy
got
issues.
Mandalorian.
Definitely.
Hayden's got the classic OT shirt. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So
And then we get to the most
Oh,
mid,
yeah.
if we want to sound like hip, we get to the most mid fight of the prequel trilogy.
Oh, we still there?
Anakin and Obi-Wan against Dooku. They get cut down real quick.
That was
One of those motherfuckers should have died. Someone should have died.
Well, I don't think Dooku was trying to kill him.
he wasn't.
If he wanted to, as
He-
easily as he took him down, he could
He
have.
should
I
have.
don't think he wanted to.
He was still fighting as a Jedi.
He,
I think it more.
I don't
gray.
think he was as far along as Anakin was when he went in there and just killed Mace Windu.
Right.
Or set up Mace Windu
Yeah.
to die. Like I feel like by that point Anakin was further along toward on the Sith spectrum
right.
than Dooku was at the time.
Dooku wasn't even so the thing was he hadn't tapped into hate or anything. He was
No,
more,
you
he
never
was-
saw him with the eyes.
No,
I don't
he
think
was,
you would be able to fully convert Count Dooku.
I feel like he would.
just wanted more power.
That's
That
what
was
I'm
his- He went through the whole Jedi process. He was totally fine with the Jedi way. He just wanted more power.
He did the whole thing for political purposes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why they never really seen him. I mean, they did see him as Sith, but not like there was like not a, but
Not
not,
like-
really.
Yeah.
Not like, no, not as far as like Vader,
Vader
or
or
Sidious went.
Sidious.
Mhm.
Right.
No.
Or any of the Inquisitors.
Hayden, I'm gonna vibe check you right now. Inquisitors aren't Sith.
No.
Oh, they're technically not.
No.
They're
They're
technically not
just
Sith.
Jedi
They're just dark side.
hunters.
They're fallen Jedi, pretty much.
Yeah.
Didn't make it quite too Sith.
Well,
So you could almost.
I feel like
say-
they are more Sith than Count Dooku, though.
They're more evil.
Yeah.
that-
for
yeah.
They're
sure.
more evil. They want to. Yeah.
Like
no, they're out for
he
blood.
is purely political.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. He just
I
wanted more
agree with
power.
that.
So, and then you have the Yoda.
Yoda comes in there. I liked that.
and then Dooku's like,
Saves
you
their
know what?
asses.
You know what? This isn't looking too good for me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Bells. Yeah. Yeah. First time you see Yoda whip out his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Love it. Wasn't expecting it.
Right, the first fucking time
Because he just like waddles in there.
out of how many movies? 5
Also,
movies?
By that,
By that
Attack
point,
of the
it'd be
Clones
the
is
fifth.
the fifth movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 5 movies to get him to pull out his fucking lightsaber,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, because you seen him.
In the OT is like a decrepit old
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah, let me ride on your back.
Yeah.
And then he just, I'm gonna go to sleep now and die.
Yeah.
He pulled a Padme.
And then I love how he just like walks in there.
Yeah, on his little
And then he just throws down his cane, whips out his lightsaber, and starts
So
jumping
it's
around
like,
the room.
yes!
jumping around like a fucking.
He
wildebeest.
saves up his
Love it.
energy.
Yeah. Love it.
So,
That's great.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
we on to
Then Anakin and Padme get married, and then
bada bing, bada
On-
boom.
begun the Clone Wars have.
Begun.
That last shot, man, in Attack of the Clones is so good. It plays the Imperial March theme as it's showing Coruscant covered in clones and ships, and they're all going to war.
It's it.
Love it. And it has Sidious on the balcony there just looking at it all.
Just watching it go
he's
down.
watching his plan. Come
Oh, man.
The dude is a genius.
A
Dude
big
is
plan.
a genius.
He had been planning this for 15 years.
And he lived to see it all come and go.
Yeah.
And then even after everything went down, he was building his. If you go
The First
off of
Order.
Yeah.
the first order,
No, the final
The
order.
final order.
order.
Yeah, I was seeing the last order. Yeah, the final order.
The final order.
While they're all like, "Yeah, Sidious is dead," and they're all doing their own
He's like,
bullshit
millions of ships.
that
But,
are Death Star worthy.
I did see this thing that so in the parade theme march there at the end of episode 1, and at the end of the Phantom Menace, the celebration,
Yeah.
John Williams low key put in the Emperor's theme into the music
Really?
as like a little hint where it's like he's still kind of
There.
he's still there, or he is there, he is present.
Yeah.
and this is a part of his plan. Like, everything that's happening is going as
As
part of his
exactly
plan.
planned.
Yeah. Cool stuff. The more you know.
Right.
So episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, gets my nips hard.
Yep. The
Most
hardest
action
of them are.
out of all the movies.
Out of
For
all
sure.
of them.
Mm-hmm.
You start off with... This is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun
Out
begins.
of all,
the
all the
most
movies.
meme material.
this is some good action.
This is my favorite Star Wars movie,
General Grievous.
and it is probably just flat
Hello
out my
there.
favorite movie of all
I
time.
thought you'd be taller.
Oh, Grievous?
Yeah.
And Anakin? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get
I
to
thought
see
somebody of
Grievous.
your reputation would be a little older.
Oh, I thought
General
someone-
Grievous. Shorter than I expected.
And his bodyguards, fucking total baddies.
Oh, with the little staff.
Dueling
Yeah.
staff.
And
Oh,
Obi-Wan
yeah.
Oh,
cuts
and
off
the-
their head and they're
and
still
the-
alive.
And the Lego Jedi, or no, I'm sorry, Lego Star Wars.
yeah.
Pretty hard to kill.
They were always like, oh fuck, these guys.
I have a Lego Star Wars on the phone.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a good game.
Those bodyguards are in Jedi Fallen Order.
Are they
and
tough?
they are tough.
Yeah. So yeah, then you have that scene, and then you have Anakin with Count Dooku, and I have a flaw with that too.
Oh, I want to take a time out. I love how much personality all the B-1 battle droids get by this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they all have their own
Roger,
thing.
Roger.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they all become individual people.
I like how he like slaps. He's like, "Shut up!
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like,
He's gonna yell at us."
exactly. Like, they all start getting these personalities instead of just being like
Skynet takes
standard
over.
droids. Like, it's
Yeah.
so good. That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
parts about that movie.
That
So you
movie
have-
has a whole different feel.
Yes.
It
Then-
looks
It looks
like
different. It acts different.
I don't know if the color palette, what you would
Yes,
call it,
it was darker.
And
is darker,
two-
but more vibrant
Yes,
than 2 and 1. I don't know. It just it had a different feel.
it was
than the other
2006, and they had a lot more to their power.
two. This,
Yeah, right
that came out
before
in
the-
2005.
right
Was
before
it
the
5?
market crash.
Yeah, I guess it was
2008.
5. So yeah,
America
so
was on
the
its high.
and it gets cut out, but there's like if you watch like the behind the scenes, they have the Anakin Dooku fight. It's so quick you miss it in the fight. Anakin turns off. No, he throws his lightsaber and then catches it when Dooku swings at him. He just throws it around, and that's how he beats him.
Is that like a forbidden move?
Yes,
Yes.
I know that like if
You
you're
can't
cross
turn it off.
blades,
Yeah, you can't
and then
turn it
like
off.
turn it off, dodge, and then turn it back on, and then hit somebody. I know that's like a forbidden thing,
right.
But no, I didn't know about that.
He like throws it out, tucks his arm in, and grabs it. But he does it so quick,
Anakin playing dirty.
right?
He's dirty.
He is dirty. He is a dirty boy.
But the problem that I have is he's got him right there, about to cut his head off, and he's like, "Do it." Well, why would Dooku not be like, that's Palpatine, and he's a Sith Lord.
Well, I mean, you saw it flash across his face,
Right.
like realizing what's happening.
Yeah,
But he was probably speechless. Like he was probably like, "Oh shit, I have been played for years."
Dooku.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
probably
was.
just
He was
speechless.
more. I feel like he's more fucked up that Anakin was able to take him down so easily because so like you
Well,
see
it's kind of a cross of those two things, you know.
when they first start fighting, he's using one hand, and because he's expecting it to be like last time, not expecting him to be fully trained now.
It's because Anakin's tapping into his hate.
Well, no, it's because his powers have doubled since the last time we met.
Yeah,
So he's fighting him, and then Dooku's
which
like,
might be an understatement.
Yeah,
right,
because
and Dooku's like, "Oh shit!" And then you see he actually uses both hands to start fighting because he realizes how
Much hate he
underwhelmed
has.
he has become.
I can't believe he kills him though. Dooku could have been a solid character as well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened.
Is it bad or good?
No, we're fine.
Oh, okay.
Whole movie's good.
So
We're
much action.
running high on time here.
Yeah.
Order 66.
Boom, boom, boom.
Whoa,
blast.
whoa! Holy shit!
We're
Hang
skipping
on.
it.
Hang on. We're skipping a lot.
Yeah, we are.
You're skipping the attack
Of
on the
Kashyyyk.
Wookiees.
Kashyyyk.
The Wookiees.
Good relations with Wookiees Yoda has.
Yes. Great relations.
Anakin is on the council, but he's not granted the rank of master.
Also,
You're on the council, but we do not grant you the rank of that.
How fucked?
Yeah, it's fucked, man. Like,
Like, you're gonna do that to me?
It's unfair.
Yeah. This is outrageous. I love that line.
Yeah.
The flat face,
This is outrageous.
this is outrageous. I love it.
It's unfair.
On the council. They shouldn't have even put him on the council if they weren't
Well,
gonna
they
make him a
had
to.
master. No, they didn't have to.
They had to.
They didn't fucking have to do anything. They were the
needed to be on
council.
He really needed to be on the council.
Why?
Why
He was
not?
kind of a Qui-Gon figure at that point. Like, I mean, he was coming at everything from a different angle. He was
Yes.
doing everybody's heavy lifting.
Have you seen the Clone Wars, the cartoon?
No.
It gives you a lot what happens in between 2 and 3.
Okay.
And it is ridiculous how much you
I
miss
tried.
out.
All right.
There's a lot of connective tissue between 2 and 3 that would have been great if we had before watching 3.
Right.
But-
well, that involves Ahsoka as well.
Yeah,
you don't even
Yeah.
know about Ahsoka.
Because he has like a whole nother relationship that he built with another person.
Yeah.
And then
Not,
the
you
well,
know.
and that's part of it too. That why another reason he's so pissed at the council is because they screwed over Ahsoka big time.
Right. So.
They kicked her out of the order because they thought she had murdered another Jedi. Is that what
yes,
happened?
I think so.
And then they went through they found evidence that it wasn't her. All this. It was Asajj Ventress, wasn't it?
I don't know. I haven't finished the
Okay.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, so
I haven't watched any of it, so don't
so
ruin
with the Ahsoka thing, she went through trial, and she was so upset about how they had treated her that even after she was found not guilty, they're like, you can come back and we can finish it. She's like, no,
No, fuck you.
it's cool. I'm just gonna go do my own thing.
Bye.
Good luck
I'm
this.
just gonna go get me 2 white sabers and fuck shit up.
Yeah, and she does. And Ahsoka, the series is coming in August.
Excited.
Yeah.
Yee. But anyway,
So 3, best movie by far.
are you like fast forwarding through the whole
Yeah.
back half, Hayden?
Yes,
Yeah.
he really is. Okay, so
40 minutes.
I know we're at 40. This is running longer than I thought it was going to be.
you get to. So one of the cool things about 3, it's the last time you see Obi-Wan smile, and it's when he tells Anakin goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anakin's
Good.
going to go do his own thing. Obi-Wan's going to go do his thing. He's going to go find Grievous
Yeah.
and fight Grievous.
That's really when they part.
yes.
I mean, that's the last time Anakin and Obi-Wan are together.
That is
Agreed.
the last time Obi-Wan sees Anakin.
Anakin.
And
yeah.
even at that point, Anakin he's got his dark clothes on, which he
Yeah.
had all in 3. But at that point, when they filmed it, they put Anakin kind of in the shadows of that train station. They had
Yeah.
him in the dark side, and they had Obi-Wan kind of in the lighter side.
It's weird how much coloring goes on in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, he puts a lot
like,
of thought
going into
process
like
in that.
themes and shit. Like, yeah, lighting is very important. Yeah.
So Obi-Wan leaves, and as Obi-Wan is leaving, Anakin's face goes from like a kind of a smirk to just drops because he knows
Shit's about to go down.
shit's about to go down.
'Cause, I mean, through the whole thing, he's working toward saving Padme. Because throughout the whole movie, he has visions that she's going to die.
Yes, and he had already had visions of his mother dying.
Yeah.
What a shame.
So,
Yes, so he just did not want to lose another person.
yeah.
And he did it anyway.
And he did anyway. And
But
it was
it
his
was
own
by-
fault.
it was
Yeah,
his
it
own
was his own
fault.
fault.
Yeah.
Almost killed his kids too.
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. So
Order 66, love Order 66.
Oh yeah, so exciting.
It's
Order
a straight
66.
shot in the arm every time I watch it.
Oh
it's,
yeah.
it's the juice.
Execute Order 66.
And then all just the cut scenes of this, it's and the music. It's just
oh,
a
the
sad,
music.
It
Oh,
sets
geez.
it up perfectly.
It really does because it's because these are people they've been fighting with for years. Because you have to. It's been 5-6 years since the Clone Wars. So these are people that you have been fighting with hand in hand for 6 years.
a relationship
shit with.
in the shit
Yes.
with deep in shit
Yeah.
places too.
And then you're just and then they just stop and just turn on you just
Just like
Like
that.
that. And screw you over, shoot you dead in the street.
And some people got away.
Some people got away. Yeah.
Yes.
Some
Wow.
Jedi got away. Like well,
Ahsoka.
God, that's the whole thing. Well,
No,
Ahsoka's
Ahsoka
not a
wasn't-
Jedi.
Yeah.
She still got away though.
Well, they
It's because she wasn't a Jedi at
Yeah,
that
they weren't
point.
with her.
That makes
Hayden,
sense.
you're talking out your ass.
Wasn't she with other
No.
clones though? Okay.
No,
Never mind then.
Not by that point.
Not after she left.
Okay.
So yes, and then we get into a Sith Lord.
a Sith Lord.
Yes,
I saw a hologram of Anakin killing
Yinglings.
Yinglings. And I'm going to throw that meme in right here.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Favorite meme of all time.
it is so good.
All the prequel memes.
And then what's the one where they're sitting in the field
That's the one. Yeah, where he's killing
Okay,
younglings.
okay, yes,
yeah,
yes,
he's
okay.
got- yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, that's the
I love
background.
So you have the Chancellor fight.
Yes.
That's pretty dope.
Fucking
The-
so good.
Oh, when they go to arrest him.
They go to arrest him, and then so actually the spin move and the yell, that is an old Sith fighting technique to really. The scream is when they channel their
Yeah.
inner hate, and so when he
To
did
scare
that,
the shit.
yeah,
out of your-
it scared those three went boom, boom, boom. They were down.
They were dead.
And they were two of them were, I believe, on the council as well.
I want to say all of them were.
Were they
'Cause
all?
Those were not weak Jedi.
No,
at all.
those
were the.
all definite trained Jedi that should have. But
I mean, if
none
you're
of-
walking side by side with Mace Windu, you're tip of the dick.
yeah,
Like you're up there.
And
yeah.
can you believe they couldn't bring him down?
they
Yes.
yeah, well, because of how trained he is and how not so trained they are. That's the big thing. Was they haven't been training to fight Siths.
No.
That's true.
They're peace takers. Like they're
Peacekeepers.
peacekeepers.
Peacemakers.
They
This
haven't
is mine
fought
now.
They
He
haven't
wore.
fought Sith in thousands of years.
Yeah,
Darth
that's fair.
Maul was the first one that they had seen in 1,000 years.
Yeah. So even as old as Yoda was at the time of the Phantom Menace,
He has
they
not
hadn't
seen a Sith.
seen one even in his lifetime.
Yeah.
He was like 800 years old.
850.
Yeah.
So
They hadn't seen one. Yeah.
So, then after that, that's when Anakin comes up there and he's like, "No, Samuel L. Jackson, don't do it."
I need him.
Throws him out window.
Yeah,
Throws my window. Then Order 66. So we kind of told that in reverse.
That's
order.
okay. That's,
But-
they happen at the same time.
so then you get that whole ordeal. Anakin kills the Younglings, and then
Anakin kills the Younglings.
I wonder if his
Obi-Wan
baby
finds
Yoda's...
out, sees it through the holograms.
Yeah.
This youngling killed by a lightsaber, he was. And then him and Padme run off to Mustafar because Anakin is there to wipe out the rest of the Separatist leaders
Yes.
to bring the war to an end. Right?
Yes.
Just as Palpatine set up.
How convenient.
How convenient. They're all on a planet.
right.
All in one place.
A lava
I'm
planet out of
sending-
all fucking places,
Yeah,
too.
the
Like,
most
come on.
Unsafe
I know.
planet. The most un-OSHA certified planet in the galaxy.
Like, they couldn't have
The
gone...
amount of violations.
Like, there's so many other places to set up a headquarters, like...
Utapau. They could have sent them back to Utapau. Literally holes in the ground.
Yes.
Or even
No.
there on Coruscant.
No.
Fucking
It's too
Naboo,
easy.
there are fields there. You could have built a structure
definitely
there
not Naboo.
easy and cheap.
I'm kind of talking from a separatist point of view. It's like, really, you're sending us here?
Right,
Of all
yeah,
places,
like-
you're sending us
but
here?
exactly.
You want me to have a meeting where? Like, you know, when they read that email, they're like,
Come on.
we're having a meeting where?
What-
Mustard, the lava planet.
Really?
You know how far this is out of my sector?
Yeah.
They sent
You know, like-
send a text.
You know how
to
far
your,
out of my hyperlane this is? This is bullshit.
Like,
Send a
there's so
text to
many
your
better
mushroom
places
wife.
to meet.
your fucking snail wife. Like,
And you know, one of
guess
those...
where they're sending me today?
Yeah, you'll never fucking believe it, bro.
Mustafar.
I just got back from a 3-week work trip, and now I have to fucking go here.
All to get.
I
fucking
just spent
killed.
6 weeks on Geonosis. I'm sunburned as fuck, and they're sending me to...
Exactly, though.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, God.
but so, and something, and then that fight scene.
The fight, yeah.
And
Best music in all of Star Wars. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
die on this hill. Best music
you,
in Star Wars.
like that whole scene. Like I could watch that scene.
It would be hard to have that
thousands of
same fight
times.
scene if it wasn't in a lava planet.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like, if we
The
had
the lighting, the red.
the red
Oh,
glow,
well, yeah.
like...
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah.
I don't know. They did it in the Obi-Wan series on a
That-
dark rock,
Yeah.
and that
That
was
fight-
sick.
That fight's the... And I'll die
That's
on this
good
hill.
fuck.
That's better than the Maul fight.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
better
the
than
Darth-
Duel of the Fates.
Oh
I will
yeah,
die on this
I'll
hill.
give you that. No, I'm saying those two. They're on the same level as Revenge of the Sith and the Obi-Wan. Like those two fights.
Yeah.
Like you have different characters.
Yeah, I know.
But so something to think about
No.
Is
With-
the,
with
be closer to the
Obi-Wan-
mic?
with Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting. Is they're as close? They have a bond that's different than anybody else. Because
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Because they've been fucking...
No, because Obi-Wan was Obi-Wan was what, 16, 17? And he got this 10-year-old as a Padawan, so he's put into a dad model figure.
But they're on
But
like
he's
brother level.
But they're on brother level, and they grow up together, and then they're even closer brother level because they fight with each other. So they grow up together, and they fight together, and Obi-Wan teaches. So you have a father figure, a brother, and a best friend just like all in one.
All in one, and they're fighting each other. Yeah.
And then they're fighting each other.
And Obi-Wan had the high ground.
Obi-Wan did not want to do that. That was the hardest thing Obi-Wan ever
Well, and I
did.
like how
Yeah.
he just went straight for the fucking legs.
He
was pinned in a
He should have
corner.
killed him.
He did not want to kill him.
He should have killed him.
He tried to stop him.
He
should have just killed him. Ended it.
no.
Can't save
He
him.
couldn't
Kill
have
him.
done it. Like
He did not want to kill him.
No.
That was his brother.
Sorry.
You were my brother,
And then he
Anakin.
just left him to die.
well, he left him to die, but he couldn't like kill him himself.
Yeah, he
Should've
was
killed
not.
him. Chopped off his head.
I mean, that's just so. That's
He
just what's
spent
so
the next,
fucked up
what,
about the ending.
10 years, 10, 15 years just crying, having nightmares every
Pretty
night
much.
about it?
Well, he thought he was dead.
Well, I know. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, he thought he was dead. He
Yeah.
didn't want to leave him for dead. He could not kill him.
Well, I mean, what would you think if you chopped somebody into bits and left them? They just burnt.
And
to
then they
a
caught on
crisp
fire.
Next
God,
to
I
a-
would fucking leave them.
next
I
to
would
a
kill
lo-
their ass,
next to a
dude.
lava river. Well,
He
I mean, he's
was-
like, ugh.
Yeah, I would kill him.
I mean, he was barely hanging on.
I would make sure that motherfucker was dead. Like, the pain.
Hey, not
Your best friend is slowly burning alive right after you chopped his fucking
It
legs
wasn't
off,
slow. That was the fastest.
and you're
person
just
on
gonna
fire
walk
I've ever
away
seen.
from him. I would make sure he's dead.
He had to be covered in gasoline. The way that he lit up like that,
I wonder what the Jedi robes are made of because those caught quick.
it had to be 100%.
I wonder how much hairspray he uses.
100% polyester.
To light up like that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hot next to lava.
it looks like
2,000
leather, but it's
degrees.
not.
Yeah, it's pleather. It's way better.
pleather.
Than leather.
Way better. Yeah, and then he lives.
He
Spoiler
lives,
alert.
sort of. I mean, he's more
And then
machine
you
now
get
than man.
that scene of him on
No.
laying there, and it's
No.
Tanner got it.
In your anger, you killed her. I couldn't have. She was alive. I felt it. Fuck you. Seems movie so much.
Obviously, Tanner's favorite.
I love this movie.
it's almost as good as the chef being reborn.
As Chef, yeah, Return of Chef, yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
you have Padme dying at the same time. Darth Vader, as we know him, is
Yeah.
being born.
Yes.
Love it. And then Luke and Leia popping out.
yeah. I do like the scene on Tatooine with Uncle.
Owen and Aunt Beru.
Yeah.
And, Obi-Wan delivers them.
Yeah,
They're staring
that's
off
so
into
good.
the twin sunset, just
Yes.
like Luke. Yeah.
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
scene.
What
Perfect
a
way to-
good round out.
Perfect way to wrap those up together.
19 years later, Luke is looking at the same two sons.
Yep.
Shooting swamp rats.
His T-16.
You know, there's got to be more out there than just blue milk.
Wow, I really thought we were going to do this in half an hour.
Sorry, 51 minutes.
Oof.
So,
Dang.
thanks for watching,
Yeah, so-
listening, whatever.
It's been real.
However you digest our Thursday morning brew.
Yep. Those are the Star Wars prequels through the eyes of us. I'm sure we got some lore stuff wrong.
Yeah, but
we're going to have
don't
somebody
at us.
messaging us where they're going to push their little glass up and be like, actually, Ahsoka. And, yeah.
Whatever.
No,
I hate to
we're
call you
not.
out already.
We're not
but
going to get anything because we nailed everything on the head.
Everything is
Get a
as
problem
correct
with it?
as we
you can stick
remember
a
it.
fart out of my ass. I know Star Wars.
Love it.
So,
Until next time.
we're signing off now.
Peace out. Bye.
This is my
Bye.
Padawan braid.
Boy. Yeah, there's a Padawan
Yeah,
braid.
Chris gave himself a braid.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
All right, YouTube post credits. Check this out.
What are we doing?
We're gonna show off the lightsabers. Wait, Chris.
Yeah.
I feel like Chris needs red.
Yeah, give me the red
Is
one.
Chris a red guy?
I feel like Chris is a red guy.
I didn't bring my Darth Maul saber.
Honestly, I feel like this is pretty accurate.
This one here?
I feel like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
would be pretty accurate if we were all to get our own. If we were all Jedi to get our own lightsabers. I feel like Hayden is hard blue. These are not made for dueling, by the way.
I figured not.
Oh yeah.
So your red is so
The red is
bland.
not bright enough. Cross blades.
Crossing streams.
Crossing
Never,
streams.
never cross streams.
Until next week.
Oh, that's a. Hang on, Hayden, quit moving it. That's a beautiful.
That's a pretty good little thing we got going on right
Right.
there.
Move our tips.
Move the tips, just the tips.
Just the tips.
Until next time.
Until next time. Signing off. Oh, God.
Bye.
Love it.